This is Will Halford for P2 criteria, the digestive system. In this video, I'll be explaining how a piece of food goes through the digestive system and what happens to it within the body. The first stage of the digestive system is when the food is actually placed into the mouth. When it's put into the mouth, it's chewed within the mouth using your teeth, and then the saliva mixes with the food and helps turn the food into a paste, making it easier to swallow. This is called mechanical digestion. The enzymes break down the molecules in the bread to form glucose molecules. Stage 2 is when the different enzymes are needed for different food categories. So this requires the molecules to join with the enzymes and then break these down into different products. These products are then released into the body and they go to certain places such as iron and so on and so forth. When swallowing, the food, we'll call it a bit of bread, it enters the throat and the muscles help push the food all the way down the throat. So when the food is in the throat, there are certain muscles at the top of the throat, continuing all the way down to the bottom, which help the food push all the way down. It then leads it to the esophagus, which connects the throat to the stomach. So this is the formal passageway how the food goes into the stomach. When the food gets to the stomach, there's acid in there called hydrochloric acid. This is used to help break down the food in the stomach. The protease enzymes break down the proteins and turn them into amino acids, which help build muscle and repair. So that's how food helps you to recover from certain exercise, such as football or rugby. This is why protein is important in the diet. So as you can tell, you need high amounts of protein after doing exercise to help your muscles repair. The stomach's job is also to turn it into a mush so it can be pushed into the small intestine. Because at the moment it's a paste, so it's too solid to be pushed throughout the intestine. Stage 5 is when the protease and amylase enzymes then break down the food until the nutrients such as fatty acids and glucose are small enough to pass through the villi and into the bloodstream. So with the enzymes breaking down the food, it allows the nutrients to be extracted from that food and the different fatty acids and glucose, so then they can pass through the system and then into the bloodstream. The villi is sort of a filter that allows all the different stuff to go into the bloodstream. The nutrients go with the oxygen in the bloodstream, so it's all carried around with the cells, so they can reach all of the body and produce energy with muscles and everything like that. After this, the blood then carries the waste CO2 to the lungs where it's exhaled. So the oxygen is called CO2 when it starts to be wasted, and that's when it's all carried through the body and into the lungs. And when you take a breath out, that's actually waste being extracted from your body. The small intestine finally releases the waste products into the large intestine. The small intestine is made up of 3 parts: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. The large intestine collects the remaining water from what's left and then passes it to the rectum, where it's stored to be released. This is known as feces. So this is almost the paste and the mush that doesn't get used or that has already been used because the nutrients have already been extracted from it. And that is the end of my presentation, and thank you for watching.